When a narcissist realizes you refuse to be controlled even after what they've done, this will happen. Narcissists believe that they are the best thing in the world because of the way they think about themselves. They are better at what they do, as well as smarter, stronger, more handsome, and more capable overall. They do play the role of the victim on occasion, that's for sure. It's a ploy to get others to pay attention to what you're saying. They are seeking adulation and approval. They put on an air of modesty in the hopes that you will compliment them on how terrific they actually are. Always, everything comes down to the narcissistic supply. They need to keep their minds busy so that they don't dwell on the sorrow, hopelessness, and melancholy that are already a part of them and that are always pounding on the door of their souls. They hear a voice in their minds that tells them they are lying and are not who they claim they are. They must avoid this voice at all costs and keep their distance from it. What if, in the long run, that proves to be correct? No way, they won't even consider that. They venture out into the world to demonstrate their greatness, both to you and to themselves. So, when a narcissist realizes that you can't be controlled, how would they react? The first thing is love bombing. The term love bombing refers to the thing that occurs in the early stages of an abusive or toxic relationship. Idealize, devalue, and discard are the three stages in the narcissistic abuse cycle. Narcissists utilize love bombing as a specialized manipulative method during the idealization phase, which is the first stage of this abuse cycle. By the way, this isn't limited to romantic relationships. The narcissist employs this identical trick to make you feel unique and to get you to open up soon. In all honesty, excessive attention, appreciation, and devotion are all signs that something is wrong. To be clear, this is not a moment to be too grateful. Primarily because the narcissist's ultimate purpose is to make you feel emotionally dependent on him or her and compelled to them. The narcissist will employ love bombing to gain control over you by putting on a show of attention and affection that is both over the top and passionate. The narcissist plays on your insecurities and worries about being abandoned in this way. Self-love and self-esteem issues are best described in words. You can tell this behavior early on when their interest in you is at an all-time high because it's so common. The intensity and possible intoxication of their premature and so-called love will be immense. Regardless of what you do, don't let yourself be taken advantage of by any of this. Make sure you don't get high on it either. If it seems like a lot is going on too quickly, it is. Be aware that the goal of this action is to manipulate your emotions. As a result, the narcissist is able to abuse, dominate, and manipulate you due to your lack of critical thinking. Because of their extreme need to have you hooked, narcissists will do and say anything they can so they can control your emotional well-being because that's exactly what they want. For those of you who haven't worked on your inner child healing and recovery, this strategy is very dangerous because we get a rush of dopamine and endorphins as a result of this kind of strong flattery and attention. It can be a positive experience. For the time being, you are appreciated, valued, and cherished. Our desire to believe that someone views us this way is understandable. However, the truth is that healthy, true love takes time to grow. When confronted with a narcissist love bomb, the best course of action is to get real, not high. Gaslighting is the second most common type of deception. Psychological manipulation and abuse known as gaslighting occurs when the perpetrator lies, rejects, and invalidates your sense of the world around you. In order to support their own skewed story, the narcissist will distort and spin information, minimize relationship crimes, and omit bait parts of the truth. Confirm the idea that they're innocent while casting doubt on your credibility. The purpose of presenting incorrect information is to make you doubt your memory and your understanding of reality. Any harm done is made to appear as though the narcissist didn't mean it or that they didn't even realize what they were doing. Narcissism is all about rewriting history for one's benefit. Reinforce the idea that they're fantastic human beings. Of course, the problem is with you. When a narcissist is trying to deceive you, he or she may even put on a face of shock and outrage. This tactic aims to make you question your own judgment and sanity. In addition to invalidating and discouraging your reputation amongst other people, you may feel helpless when others are duped by the narcissist's gaslighting techniques. This is why it's so critical to put in the time and effort to heal and recover. As long as you are doing your job and maintaining your self-esteem, no one can get away with lying to you. Guilt tripping is number 3 on the list. The purpose of the guilt trip is to shame, manipulate, and deflect attention from the real problem, which is their behavior. They've also committed actual crimes against their partners. It's all upside down and reversed, as if the world has been turned on its head. The narcissist uses the guilt trip to make them feel like the victim of your poor actions, while in reality, it's the other way around. When they fail to manipulate, dominate, dupe, gaslight, or control you, they may even say that you're the one manipulating them. Even better, they're attempting to influence someone else's impression of you. They're using this tactic in an attempt to flip your psychological reality on its head by projecting their own dysfunctional behavior and toxicity onto you. In some circumstances, the narcissist will employ guilt tripping as a type of psychological terrorism to play the victim. It's also a trap to keep you in the relationship. If it's a success, it removes all of their accountability and places it on your shoulders. Narcissists are able to take advantage of your empathic nature and profound sense of caring and compassion because of their use of the guilt trip. It's designed to make you shift your attention away from your own demands and give them the attention they crave. It's all about retaining power, authority, and a strong sense of self-importance in their eyes. Whether or not you've experienced these narcissistic, manipulative tactics, please share your thoughts in the comments section below. If so, how did you handle it? What did you do about it? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Triangulation and loyalty conflicts make up number 4 on our list. Triangulation entails enlisting the aid of a third person or parties in order to participate in the game of critiquing, shaming, and assigning blame. So, in order to assemble their forces, the narcissist uses this tactic, pitting other people against you. It might be that a member of your family or a close friend intentionally avoids you while also spreading rumors about you behind your back, or they're pleasant to your face, but they're using toxic gossip to slander your reputation behind your back. This can take a variety of forms, and it often involves a hidden component that leads to others being used against you without your knowledge. The objective is to isolate you while also influencing how the others in the circle perceive you. In order to devalue and discredit you, they'll go out of their way to fabricate and maintain loyalty conflicts that disagree with their skewed narrative. Additionally, they create the appearance of a personal connection with their audience. The destructive narcissist employs this psychological warfare approach to great effect. When everyone else is on board with singling out and targeting the one individual who is absent from the room, it works. It's interesting to note that the narcissist's perceived threat is often the subject of his or her rage. This approach is well known to those of us who have been the family scapegoat in dysfunctional families. Narcissists are fearful, insecure, egotistical individuals who must project their disowned shadow onto a specific victim. They're unable to accept the idea that someone else might have something to contribute. They refuse the fact that someone could be better than them in a certain area. And they're terrified that someone else might come along and be viewed favorably by their own group of friends and family. As a result, they generate conflicts of loyalties, especially with children, who are more susceptible to being swayed. What follows is the systematic destruction of what may otherwise be strong friendships by slandering the victim's personality. And of course, they'll do this without your knowledge because narcissists are such sly, two-faced cowards. As a result, when the target realizes exactly what's going on, and they either call the narcissist and their supporting entourage out, narcissists might either appear to be clueless, pretending they know nothing. 5. They sabotage your life. In order to ensure that their target fails, the narcissist intentionally creates a condition of anxiety in their victim that is nearly impossible to break free from. The narcissist is able to use this as ammo to ridicule, shame, and criticize the target because of the inevitable conclusion. The narcissist may do this openly or surreptitiously in an effort to undermine the attainment of an otherwise attainable aim. They want to make sure that something that's achievable to you now becomes impossible. When someone has narcissistic tendencies, their goal is to embarrass and occupy their victims, so they are unable to complete the tasks they have set for themselves. Simply to tire you down and eventually break you down. The narcissist is prone to sabotaging your best efforts in every area of your life, in addition to being a bully and playing the victim to circumstances they themselves create. There is nothing more satisfying to them than watching their target's stress levels rise and fall as a result of their efforts. As a means of making you appear incompetent to others, they will create scenarios to achieve this goal. Then, with a smug grin on their face, they'll point the finger at you and point out all of your defects and shortcomings. They'll even go out of their way to hurt your relationships with others because they're so jealous and insecure. That's all there is to say about today's video. As always, I hope this information was of some service to you. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for watching this video.